Hey everyone, welcome back to Jurassic Liberty Horses. I apologize that I haven't gotten a video out in quite some time, but it's been freezing cold out here. It was a high of maybe like 2 or 3 degrees, something like that, just a few days ago, and the real feel was actually negative 22. So obviously too cold to do anything, so I had to make sure that these guys were nice and safe and warm. Today my plans are to mess around with Merida a little bit, show you guys where she's at. Hi girl. Fabio. These two have a close bond. It's pretty cute. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab Adira, and then I'll show you what I'm working on with her before our big show. Can you not chew me? Hey. Hey. Hi. So let's grab Merida and then we'll meet you guys in the arena. The plan with Merida today is I'm just gonna kind of probably back up on our Liberty work. I haven't done that in a while. Let's not throw a fit, all right? You're good. So today I'm probably just gonna mess around, see where we're at with that. The ground's been pretty frozen, so I'm kind of expecting her to run away quite a bit during the session, which is totally okay. She is very young and I'm starting things early, but it's nothing that she can't handle. So if you guys saw on our YouTube short, we did get our laydown for the first time, so that was pretty exciting. So today I'm gonna go ahead and ask her for the laydown for the second time. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Merida's blanket off, and then we're gonna go ahead and dive into this Liberty work. All right, just gonna let her off, see if she has any nits and wits. Gonna let her off here and see if we got any Zoomies to be let out. What do you think, pretty girl? Huh? She's marching towards that gate. There it is. There's the spunky side. So right now I'm just gonna kind of try and catch her attention. Good. You know, she is a baby. It is a lot what I'm asking for. But if you guys think about it, it really isn't a lot. So if I could just ask for a little bit, a few minutes of her time, that's all I'm asking for. Pretty girl. Get it out. I love her natural movements. Just the way she lifts herself. And her spunk. Adira kind of has that too, and they remind me a lot of each other. Adira definitely, she's got that spice and her spunk to her, so it's cool to see that Merida's kind of picking up on that too. So here I'm gonna keep stepping back. I'm gonna wait for a direction change. Right now, she's got other things in her mind. Right. Yeah. So we're just gonna let her do this because the ground's been frozen. We gotta think she's probably, she's wound up. It's like caging up a puppy for a few days. They can't really run and move out on hard ground. So being in this soft area, are you coming back? It's definitely good. So right there, I kind of stopped what I was doing. I could tell that I was asking for too much too soon in the mental state that she was in. So just me standing here and while she kind of got her little zoomies out, just waiting for her to come back to me just like this. Good. So here I'll ask for a direction change. Good girl. Forward motion. She says, no thanks. Comparison to a human, I'd say she's an introvert. She loves to keep her feelings inside. She loves to hide her emotions. So seeing her do this really truly means a lot to me. Because I do. I love reading them. I love seeing how they're feeling. And right now she's just honestly a spunky baby that just needs to get her zoomies out. Yeah. There it is. Good. You're okay. Yeah, so it's been a few days since she's actually moved out, so that was definitely to be expected. And in those moments, a lot of people would want to push their horses, thinking that they're naughty. I'm going to block them. I'm going to try and cut them off. It's probably the worst thing that you probably could do in Liberty. To me, when I read her, and I haven't worked her in a few days, the ground's frozen, we consider all of those things. To me, that's all just freshness. So getting out that freshness and really starting to ask them connect when it's time. So you can see right now, she's definitely getting it out. She's releasing, she's yawning, her eyes are rolling back. So all good signs of just her coming back down and starting to really connect back with me. Good. So that was really good actually, because normally when she connects back with me, she's anticipating me asking something. So just having me come to realize that I need to slow myself down is really good. Good. Good girl. Yes. Yeah, you're such a good girl. I'm going to ask for just maybe one small circle. Nothing past that, because clearly mentally she's just not here, and I'm not going to want to push it and ruin that connection that we already have. So I'm going to ask for a little bit more, and then we're going to go ahead and lay her down. Ready, go. Easy. Oh my God. Merida, you made it so dusty in here. Good golly. Okay, we're going to ask for the lay down, if you guys can even see. Down. Good girl. All the way down. So there I'm going to encourage a little bit more. I'm going to say, hey, that was close. There it is. Good. Good girl. You're okay. You're okay. Hey, you're okay. Good girl. I have Adira now, but it's actually the next day. Merida ended up getting sweaty from running around so much, so I had to throw on a cooler and let her dry. And then by the time that happened, it was just too dark and late, so I figured it was time to wrap it up. But we're here the next day. I have Adira now. I might grab Merida next, but we'll see. My goal is to work her a little bit now that she's got her little spunk out. I figured she'd probably be ready to connect more, but she is a baby, so I'm not going to push it. My goal for her today is I'm going to mess around a little bit at Liberty, because I'm going to try and ride her a little bit bridleless. So let's go ahead and take off her blanket and then warm her up and get started. Where my camera is propped up right now, there's a huge open door. So there's a gate blocking where they can't get out, but they still can see and hear all the things that go on behind there, and it's actually a big field. So when they hear all the coyotes and that, she gets all distracted and a little bit hot-headed. So just take an extra time to just walk her and reassure her. Let her know that it's okay. You can see she kind of picked up the pace there a little bit, but I just remain in a calm state. Good girl. Walk. Good girl. That looks so pretty. Good girl. You showing off now? Oh boy. There's that spunk. So yeah, I'm just looking to get these little silly moments out before I actually hop to ride on her back. Because last time I rode her, she actually did spook. She jarred my back so bad to where I was kind of down for a few days. You're okay. Being silly, huh? You're all right. When I do ride her in her saddle, she is kind of, well, I'm going to ride bareback and bridleless today, but when I do ride her, she can be just a little bit, very, very forward, And you could tell she has a worry, and the worry is that door. So I'm going to try and relax her on the ground. Let her know it's okay before I get on her back to set her up for success. Good walk. Good girl. Walk. Now I'm just taking a moment just to rest by this scary door. Just taking a minute to let her know, hey, you're all right. Good girl. You're okay. Nothing has ever happened over there. Nothing. She definitely holds on to whatever worry she has. But I have noticed over the years through this work that that worry goes away faster and faster. But for some reason, in the situations, she still has that worry. But you can see she stays connected. But to me, I'd really like her relaxed throughout this work the entire time. Good. So I'm going to collect and reward there, actually. She dropped her head. She relaxed a little bit. So that was huge. Good girl. Good. We'll work on some lateral movements here. So there she's kind of thinking I'm asking her to go away, so I'm putting my handles up in front of her and lift my hand up, which is cueing that hip over. Good girl. So I'm going to cue first with my legs, adding that mirror effect. Good. Ask for a little collection here. Good. Now let's go back. That was beautiful. Good girl. Ask towards me. Wiggle my whip here, asking for that hip to come first before the shoulders. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Well, we're going to show off now. That's right, girls. Show your stuff. Good. Now I'm going to ask for a little bit more here. Yeah. Good. So you can see when I just wave my whip a little bit in front of her, just how much more lift I get in her front end. It's so cool to see and feel. Good girl. She amazes me every time I work with her. Never have I had a horse that is just so willing and connected. It's a feeling like no other that I could explain. Right, girl. Yeah. Ready to ride. Got my helmet, got my neck rope here. I do want to point out that wearing a helmet is new for me. I started wearing it when I first started riding, but I don't know why I stopped doing it. But someone commented on my YouTube video asking if that they could convince me to start wearing a helmet again. So thank you to the person who opened my eyes a little bit more to that, because truly I think if I'm putting content out there, I should also be promoting safety. Ooh, 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 ooh. So I'm gonna ask her to stop there because I do want to show you guys how she lines up for the mounting block. Okay. She like runs over here. Step on over. Good. Good girl. Good. It's the easiest thing to teach your horse, yet the most rewarding thing that you'll ever teach, in case you ever had to get up on a fence post or somewhere where you just couldn't ground mount and you could climb up on a gate and hop on. All it is asking for that hip, the shoulder, and you got yourself a pickup horse. Oh, good girl. Feels so good to be back up here. Now I am going to take it light and easy on this ride. My back still hurts a little bit, so not going to ask for too much, but just enough to where I feel satisfied. You know, riding your horse definitely makes you feel so much better once you do it. Hey, oh. So you can see there, she just kind of wanted to escape out of that situation. I'm just going to say, hey, you're all right. Back her up, make her think a little bit slower. I love a nice forward walk, but when I do feel that emotionally that they're struggling over anxiety over something, in this case it's the door, so just taking moments to slow down really helps them mentally grow, and that worry will slowly start to go away. You're all right. Ask her in a smaller circle here. She kind of is floating away here mentally. Good. 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 Short but awesome ride. I think I needed that more than I realized. So honestly, today went really well for Adira, and I actually have time to go ahead and grab a Merida. So we're gonna go ahead and do a short little session with her before we end this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Adira back, and I'm gonna grab her, and we'll see you guys back in the arena. Being in the dark is no fun. 7 o'clock. Got one more horse to work. Let's do this. Long walk, but we are almost to the indoor. All right, walking to the arena now. I got Mrs. Lightning McQueen herself. Hopefully we're not gonna have a race number 2 today. Good. Oh yeah, guys. You are so much better already, huh? Yeah. That's so much better. That's a good girl. Just gonna walk a few laps around here. Warm her little legs up. It's not as cold today. It's actually 30 right now. So heat wave for us. On Friday and Saturday, it's actually supposed to get down to not even the real field. Actual temperature is supposed to get down to -14. So that means that the real field is going to be like -30, close to -40, guys. It's going to be awful. So these guys are getting double blanketed. They're going in stalls, making sure that they're away from the wind. Huh. So we're going to take advantage of this warm weather while we can. Good girl. Good. Hey, we changed direction though. Good girl. Good. Wow, look at this, guys. Good. Ask for a trot here. Trot. Good. And say, hey, can you come to me? Can you come to me? And say, yeah, that's a good girl, huh? Good. Immediately when I cluck, you could tell she goes to turn in her head. She's like, oh shoot, I'm getting the treat. But I have to still keep my manners. So it's just amazing how fast they pick up on that they can't come into my space because I have a treat. And all it took was just taking 10-15 minutes out of my day, just teaching that. See that there, she kind of leans in a little bit. I'm gonna say, hey, can we actually take one step back away from me? And she turns into me again. I'm gonna say, hey, nope. Good. Good. Now let's go ahead and go the other direction. Good girl. I love the spin that she's offering, the distance. She's connected, but she's not on top of my space. I love this. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and reward there. So there she stepped towards me though. So I'm gonna say, hey, remember those manners. Nope. And then she stepped towards me again. So I'm gonna ask her who. Step towards me again. Good. Then she gets the treat. Yes, she did do something that I really wanted to see more of, but we still have to make sure that we're respecting those treat boundaries and that they're not diving into the circle and ignoring what we're asking just to get that treat. But you're doing so good, huh? That's a good girl. Good. Let's go ahead and ask for a trot this way. Ask for a little bit faster walk. Trot. Good. Love how she lifts up through her shoulders when I ask her to trot. Trot. I'm sure you guys seen me with Adira when I put my hand up. She goes straight into the backup collecting. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Merida to start that. And that's just really good to start to build that distance while maintaining that connection. Here I'm going to ask for my hand first. Wiggle here at the bottom. My whip. There. That was so good. That was so good. So there, honestly, I was looking for a step or two, but there she gave me 3 steps, which was huge. Good girl. Good girl. Gosh. Ah, you are so smart. Just every session that I have with her. Yesterday was a little bit crazy, and that's totally a-okay, you know? She's a baby, but when it clicks and she's connected, man, she's gonna go far. I just have a feeling. Yeah, you're a smart girl. Wanna do it again? Good, a little more. Good girl. That already is huge. Good girl. Good. I've said it before, but she's just so sensitive like Adira. Just any little tiny little movement, little energy added there. Like, let's see if I ask here. Notice how I'm not using the word back yet. I'm only going to start to incorporate the verbal cue when she really has this down. If I were to start doing it now, that word's just going to kind of dole out. So over time, if I just keep using it, when she hasn't perfected that maneuver yet, it starts to dole out and they're not going to know what you're asking. So I'm going to really try and perfect this before I start to throw in that verbal cue in there. Good. So there, it was a short session, but honestly, I was just looking for her to connect with me a little bit. After yesterday's session, I think today's was a huge improvement. Not that I'm saying that she was being bad, but the fact that I took off her halter, we immediately jumped right into it. She stayed connected. You could tell she got that baby spunk out of her yesterday, right? Yeah, Mrs. Lightning McQueen. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and work on moving her hip over towards me. Moving the hip towards us is gonna help us out with like leg yielding towards us at Liberty, or maneuvers like when we're working at the shoulder, if we're wanting the shoulders in, or if we're wanting the haunches in. All this stuff is going to play a factor with that. So let's go ahead and show you how to start that. I put on her halter and lead, that way I can have a little bit more control of her. That way, if she does want to leave, I could kind of prevent that. Just when they're learning something new, they'll just tend to kind of want to leave us right away, which is normal. But obviously, that's a sign, or it could be a sign that we're pushing them a little bit too far. But when they're babies, their attention's so short. I try to keep it really, really simple, and the session's really short. So the head is turned away. I find it easiest when their head is turned away. That way, that hip is already going to kind of naturally swing towards us. We're not working the lay down. Hey, okay. Oh my gosh, good girl. That's not what I was asking. I stepped away towards her. Sorry, I stepped away from her. Good. I'll go ahead and reward that there. Good girl. I'm probably going to go ahead and ask for that just one more time, and then we'll end her there, because she is doing so good today, huh? We got our mare brain on today. We don't have our filly brain on. But once she connects, I'll push her a little bit further, but when she decides she wants to disconnect and be a baby, that's totally fine with me too. You know, she is so young. We have so many years ahead of us, so I truly don't want to rush this stuff. Good. If I make sure she's solid and confident in this stuff, it's only going to set her up for success when she's fully matured. Looking for that crossover. Good. There it was. Yeah. Oh, that's good, girls. Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Alrighty, I think that's gonna end our video for today. So we got to see me ride Adira a little bit, work her on the ground, and we saw Mrs. Lightning McQueen make her hot laps on night 1. She did decide to connect, and she did lay down at Liberty for the very first time. So that was really awesome. But on day 2 with her, she really decided to connect back with me, and I thought that was very special. If you guys like this video, like, comment, and if you're new here, subscribe. Hit that bell button to turn on your notifications so you guys don't miss a thing. And we'll see you guys next time.